What's up, hockey think tankers? Welcome to another Friday Face-Off sponsored by Titan Battle Gear. If you heard our recent conversation with the founder of Titan Battle Gear, you know why we're excited about what they're building. Titan is changing how players think about their base layer protection. It's Velcro-free, breathable, lightweight, and made with the highest rated cut-resistant fabric on the market. It's no wonder they've recently become an official partner of USA Hockey to help advance player safety. This is definitely the gear I want my guys wearing. Hockey Think Tank listeners can get 15% off at titanbattlegear.com/GMBM. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Okay. So Friday face-off today. Sometimes we bring up some topics that are a little hard to talk about, and this one is certainly one of them. And it's got a lot of people in the college hockey world pretty upset for a lot of different reasons. And that's Mercyhurst men's hockey losing their program and it being swept out from under them a couple weeks ago. We didn't talk about it right away, just because typically with some of those things, there's some things that happen in the next couple weeks as people try to kind of galvanize. And there's certainly some of those things going on for the Mercyhurst program right now. And, you know, my hope is that they can salvage this thing, because there's so many good people that are a part of that program. And the fact that it just went away, and especially in the way that it did, it's really rubbed me the wrong way. And it's really rubbed a lot of people in college hockey the wrong way. And so, Vex, I don't know how much you know about it, but the way that it was done is an absolute joke and will make you want to go insane.
Oh, no, I haven't heard, dude. How did it happen?
In our lives, the most important people is the most important thing is you treat people well, right? You treat people well. And sometimes you have to have hard conversations, and sometimes things happen in a way that's maybe tough to do that. But like at the end of the day, you got to be honest, you got to be upfront, and you got to be good to people, especially when they've given you everything that they have. And so the way that the Mercyhurst athletic department and university went about, let's call it folding or trying to fold the program, is an absolute joke. So the first thing, and this is absolutely crazy. Okay. You ready for this one, Vex? Yeah. The first thing is they had their head coach, Tom Peffel, who's been on our podcast before. They had him do a bunch of different video promos and things like that to fundraise and raise money for the program. And that stuff went out the day before they cut the program. So the day before they cut the program, they had all these promotional messages and fundraising messages to give money to the Mercyhurst hockey program. And then the day later, they cut the program.
How does that make any sense? That's not a day before decision.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Can you imagine being the head coach of a program and being asked by your administration to be very outfront, public facing about raising money for your program? And this is his first year. He was the head coach in waiting last year under Rick Gotkin, who had been the head coach at Mercyhurst for, 100 years. It seems like Gox has been there forever. The program, they took it to Division I and is a huge part of the university. They've been to a couple NCAA tournaments. It's a respected program. And can you imagine being the head coach like that and being told by your administrators to go fundraise, and then the day after your fundraising message went out, they kicked the tires out from under you?
It's wild.
You don't treat people like that.
It's absolutely wild. Wild. I don't even understand like how you get to that point. You're like, yeah, we're going to raise money and we're done. What?
Yeah.
You didn't even give me a chance.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, I mean, when you talk about respect and you talk about doing things right, even if the thing is hard, like if you're going to like completely kneecap a program, you're going to just make it go away. Like you give people some lead time and let them know, right? Yeah, from the players who, if this doesn't get saved, have to go into the transfer portal and figure all that stuff out, which anybody who knows college hockey knows that, when the transfer portal opens, most people know where they're going anyway from, deals that happened before that. You think about the coaching staff and what they're going to have to go through, who have families and kids and are eventually maybe going to have to go find a new job if this doesn't get saved. Like, it's an absolute abomination of how they handled this situation. You don't do that to people. And it's one of those things I hate when people say, oh, it's a business. It's just a business decision. It's a business decision. Well, there's a lot of business decisions that affect a lot of people. I've never subscribed to that. Oh, it's just a business and it's not personal. Every decision that's made is personal because it affects people. And so this was just an absolute miss by their administration. A day before, so think about this, the order of events. They have all these fundraising, messages that go out. Alumni are giving money to the program. And then in a short, tiny little conversation the next day, they tell everybody that the program is folding.
What are they giving all the money back? I
don't even know. I'm sure you can get a refund if you gave it to the hockey program specifically. I don't know exactly what that is, but then you don't even have like a long drawn out conversation process of like, hey, can we salvage this? Hey, like, what's wrong with the program? How can we fix it? How can we help? Like there was no warning. There was nothing. It was just, we do these fundraising messages, and then the next day we're going to have a short conversation with you and the players and see you later. But one of the worst parts about it is, so I've done work with Mercyhurst from a team building perspective. And I know I know a lot of the coaches, and, Rick Gotkin has given his life to this program. He's been the coach there for a lot of years. He wasn't there because he helps run one of the regionals. He's a part of the NCAA tournament committee, or at least I think that's what one of his roles are. They called him, and it was like a short conversation of, hey, program's done. All the work that you've done, forget about it.
Called him on the phone?
Yeah. Not even in person. Just called him on the phone because he wasn't there. And so it's incredible, right? It's absolutely incredible.
And he's been there how many years?
Decades.
Decades, and a phone call.
Yeah.
Damn, there's a right way and a wrong way. And obviously there's a lot wrong going on here, but that might, wow, that's tough, dude.
Yeah. So there's from what I hear, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes to try to revive the program. Again, it's a respected program in college hockey. We're looking for more Division I college hockey programs, not less, right? Like we talk about the player pool has just expanded with the new rules where major junior kids can come down from Canada. So we can't have less Division I programs. We need more. We need more opportunity for kids to play at that level. And, it's one thing when it folds, but in how it happened, these are people we're talking about. Not numbers, and again, I don't know why they decided to fold the program. Maybe it was financial, who knows, but it's a joke. You don't treat people that way. And that's not especially how we do things in the university world. I've worked in the university world for a long time, and that's certainly not how we do things in the hockey world, or shouldn't. And so I'm just really disappointed. I'm really sad and upset for the people that are a part of the program that are really, really good people whose lives have just been completely affected, particularly the coaches who have families and mouths to feed and things like that. And so, it's bad, man. And this is where Mercyhurst too, it's a Catholic school, right? Is this what just happened? Is this represent what this religion and what it should be and what it represent? This is Catholic. Are you kidding?
The values. Yeah.
The values, and so, man, I just want to talk about it today more to vent than anything else. And again, I was kind of hoping in the last couple of weeks that something was going to happen to breathe some life into this thing and hopefully talking about some better news. But that hasn't been the case as of yet. And I know there's some people that are working hard behind the scenes to try to revive things and figure out what went wrong and how it can be rectified and everything like that. And so our genuine hope is that we can continue to spread this message. Hopefully this is like a second jolt, let's call it, from the first big jolt that happened right after it was, right after the program was told it was done. And so, but honestly, like, write the athletic director a note or an email, call the university, call the school. This just isn't right. It absolutely isn't right. There's a petition that's going around online where you can sign that basically says that this thing is a joke, what happened. And ultimately at the end of the day, like, you don't treat people this way. And so we wanted to talk about it. And hopefully, hopefully we can be a positive little momentum piece to saving what is a really good hockey program.
Yeah. Yeah. Send those letters in, baby. Let's go.
100%. So, all right, guys, tough one for today. But again, that's what Friday Faceoff is. Sometimes we talk about some uncomfortable things. This certainly was an uncomfortable thing. And let's get this program back going.